to this Life Lesson Friday episode of the Confidence Through Health podcast. I'm Jerry Snyder, and the thing I want to talk about today, the topic is taking time to find yourself. A lot of times we get into situations in life where we just find ourselves in a routine and we just go through the same routine, and it's almost every day is a mirror image of the day before. I've been in times like this. I know my wife, I've got friends that have told me that they've been in times like this. I know a lot of people get into this. Some of it's a stage of life, right? If you've got kids at home and you're in the school season and it's wake the kids up, get them to school, pick them up after school. You've got after school activities, whether it's school related or outside of school related, band, athletics, team sports, all those different things, right? Tutoring, church, and then you go to bed, you wake up the next day, and you do the same thing all over again. And then the summer hits, and schedules go a little bit crazy. Summer's about to start where I am right now when I'm recording this, and schedules in the summer can get different, right? You have vacations, you have kids home from school, and so their schedules are wide open. They want to go see, their friends. They want to hang out. They stay up later, so they sleep later. And you don't have to go to and from school and to and from as many events. They may still have, organized things going on, but it's the routine is different. But then you get back to school routine in the fall, and the time just seems to go by. And a lot of times I hear from people that they get to a later stage in life and they're not doing what they want to do. They're not doing what they thought they wanted to do. They're not happy with what they're doing, in but they feel stuck in that if I started over, it would change our financial situation. It would change our family situation. It would change all these things. A lot of people do it, but I think a lot more people are either afraid to do it, don't know how to do it, don't know where to start, or they just don't know what to do. And so this is where taking time to find yourself is important, no matter how old you are, no matter where you are in life. Making sure that you are doing the things that you feel called to do, doing the things that enrich your life, that help support other people's lives. And the only way to really know that is to take the time to track back into what am I doing? What is my daily life like? How is this progressing me towards the bigger picture goals I have, right? How is this progressing me towards the things that I really love and are passionate about in my life? And especially if you have kids at home, like how is this involved in my life, but also can I see it continuing on after they go to school, after they, leave the house and go to college or they're out on their own? I don't want to get to that point, and none of us should get to that point of like, okay, the kids are out of the house. Now, now we're a completely different person. We don't know who we are. We don't know what we wanted to be because our identity was totally being a parent. Being a parent is great. I love being a parent. It's hard work, but my identity is not solely that I'm my child's parent, right? I am who I want to be, and I am trying to promote myself and my passion and helping other people live a happier, healthier life, in a life that's going to give them quality of life later on as they age. So that's what I've sat down, took the time to figure out what is it that I want to do with my life. And it was a little bit forced on me, my personal story, because I was laid off from a job that I thought I was going to have for a long time. And I was laid off. And then it's like all of a sudden, like, okay, well, what do I want to do? Because I wasn't expecting to make a change. I wasn't looking to make a change. I wasn't out there in the job market. And so sat down and said, what is it that I'm passionate about? What is it that I want to do to help people, um, to make myself feel better, but also create something that is going to continue on no matter what my life circumstance is, as far as kids at home, kids out of the house, my age doesn't matter. I can still do this. And that's only something I think that you can find if you take the time to sit down and figure all these things out. And it does take time. It takes alone time. It takes quiet time. It takes time with your closest network of family, friends that know you, that you can bounce ideas off of and be honest with, and they're going to give you honest feedback and not try and force you into what the world says is best for anybody. Because if all we ever do is what the world says is best for us and what society says this is the way you do things, then innovation and inventions and all those things are not going to come to the forefront. And change is not going to happen as quickly as it should, because we're stuck, because society wants us to all be normal, even though there is no normal. But society wants us to all be, quote, normal, and not think outside the box and not be the person that's on the outside looking in saying, hey, if you completely do something completely different over here, the results are going to be something you may like and you may enjoy, although it's not what society says to do. And I fully believe, because I've seen it happen in my own life, that doing things that are not the norm, one, it's okay, because if that's what you feel is best for you, then do it, right? Don't get afraid because it's not normal. It's okay to be not the norm. And it's also something that, like I said, it's going to be what drives innovation and drives you becoming who you want to be, and you finding that you're living out your purpose. Because very few of us, I think, very few of us have our purpose tied into societal norms. Most of us have dreams and aspirations that are outside of that. And the easy way to remember this is if you think back to, or you can go talk to any preschooler, think back to when you were in preschool, or talk to any preschooler, and the things that they want to be are almost astronomical. They're just almost like they're out of the box. They're like, yeah, of course you've got your kids that want to be a fireman or a policeman or a doctor or a lawyer, those things. But then you'll get some that, like, I want to be a superhero, right? I want to be Superman. I want to be, you know, these things that are like, okay, that's not normal for society, or that's not something that most people are going to say, like, oh, but you know, there's very few people that do that. There's very few people that actually are successful. There's very few people that make money doing those things. And preschoolers, they don't care about those things. They don't care how many other people have done it. They don't care if you can make money at it or not. What they care about is what's going to make them happy. What do they enjoy doing? And what I've seen, to both myself and the other entrepreneurs that I communicate with, if you do something that makes you happy and you find a way to help people while doing that, then you can make money at it. It may not be an immense amount of money. It may not be as much money as you made in a different career. I have a friend who changed careers, just in the past couple of months. He changed careers, and he told me, he said he loves what he's doing. He's working harder than he was before, and he's making a third of the money that he's making before, but he is immensely more happy than he was before. Now, yeah, you have to have your life set up in a way that can still work for you. But it's possible. It's possible. Okay. And that's where we break down the society and we break out of the norms, is it's possible to be able to do those things. And so when people tell me things like, I can't possibly eat healthy because it's too expensive, I'm like, You don't understand how to do it properly, and society is telling you it's too expensive. Like the food manufacturers are telling that produce unhealthy, highly processed foods are telling you it's too expensive to do it that way. But when you get into the nuts and bolts and understanding how to do things, it's not more expensive and it actually can save you money, definitely over the long run. It saves you money as your life is healthier and you spend less money on other things down the road, medications, hospital bills, doctor's visits, all those things. Life insurance is cheaper when you're healthier. All those things like that, like the money adds up on the other side of it. But it's unfortunately, especially in the US and in a lot of Western countries, it is not the societal norm to eat healthy anymore. So the only way you're going to find out what you want to do is going to make you happy, is going to make you have fulfilled life, is to take the time to actually figure that out. Because otherwise, it's very easy. It's very easy. I've been there myself in the past. I know a lot of people that have. I hear this all the time. It's very easy to get into the very basic routine, and it's day in, day out, same thing over and over and over. In 2 years, 5 years, 7 years down the road, you wake up and you haven't done anything to fulfill yourself with your life because it's just been on basically autopilot of what society has told you. This is what you do at this stage of your life, and you just go over and over and over, day after day after day. And it's Groundhog Day. And you wake up and you're not who you want to be. You haven't had the experiences that you want to have. And the only way to change that is to take the time to pause your life and figure out what you want, how to change it, and then start moving in that direction. So that's the Life Lesson Friday for this episode. Take the time to find yourself, take the time to do that, and it will save you years of frustration, and it'll help you when you get later on in life and the kids are gone and you've got the empty nest and you've got all the free time in the world, and you sit back and you look at it and you go like, well, what did I do and who am I? And we don't want to be there. And I know a lot of people get to that point and we don't want to be there. So take the time now to pause and figure out where you're headed and make sure it's going where you want to be.